Okay.
Okay, PS21 is right next to us.
Yeah.
And today, I just want to report to everyone that we are making some progress in this community. And our immediate neighbor on the 27th Avenue, Afghanistan immigrant family has basically connected with us. And I'm having opportunity to get to know about the children and also PS21. Right now, the student in PS21 that we are working right now, this one is Abu Bakr, 5th grade, right? So let's get into the report card. I would just want to read over what actually is being required by the school and what the teacher is recommending the student to do, and how we can, from that point, help the children. Okay. For example, reading, right? Reading, basically, these are the requirements by the public school standard. Reads with sufficient accuracy and fluency to support comprehension. Do you understand?
Yeah. Comprehension. Yeah.
Sufficient accuracy means they want to read each word accurately, not misspelling, right? Not mispronunciation. And fluency means smoothly. So to read correctly and smoothly, basically that's what it means, right? The children need to read correctly and smoothly, so that they can understand it. I'm translating the complicated English into regular English. Okay. So you see, regular parents of the immigrant family, when they read this kind of stuff, they don't even know what does it mean, because they use a lot of very sophisticated English words. But basically it means your children must be able to read correctly and smoothly, and also understand it, right? Abu Bakr, so far, with this kind of thing, Abu Bakr is below the requirement. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 is well below, 2 is below, 3 is sufficient, 4 is excellent. Okay, Abu Bakr is getting 1 and 2 in most of this, but I'm not gonna get into details of it. Pretty much all of them, 1, 2, 1 and 2, right? The focus this part between the two of us as leaders, and also let our audience know, is that in terms of reading English, we can help the children read correctly and smoothly and understand it. I'm confident I can help Abu Bakr very soon to be able to read correctly, smoothly, and understand what he's reading. Okay, 1. Reads and comprehends grade level texts independently across a variety of subjects, such as fiction and non-fiction. So basically now the students at the 5th grade, they are given books, and the books are fiction stories or non-fiction books. And those are the grade level text. And the students must be able to read and understand that levels of English text. Usually are fiction stories or non-fiction books. Okay. Charlotte's Web is a very standard, 5th grade book, and Abu Bakr brought home, and he wants to read it. So maybe I'll start with that book. But I'm also thinking we should take this opportunity to introduce some morality.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's also work on, you particularly help me to work on a textbook of moral education for the 5th grader. And the textbook is going to be stories, moral stories. Not just regular words, but moral stories. After they read the moral stories, then they will memorize a moral verse. Okay?
Yeah.
I think that is our discussion subject. But that is about not only read correctly and smoothly and understand, but also need to read the grade level appropriate fiction story, non-fiction story, to be able to understand it. Okay, and they need to be able to read independently, means without me telling them how to read, they will be able to read it. That is something very challenging for Abu Bakr right now, because he has very little vocabulary. Demonstrate comprehension by referring to text details. After reading the story, the student must show that they understand it. And they understand it by saying something about the details of the reading. Okay? So this is called reading. Reading for the fifth grader, to summarize, you and me, when we build our school, we need to make sure that our students can read correctly and smoothly and understand it. And also need to read fifth grader level fiction stories independently. And then when we challenge them with details about questions about what the book tells them about, what the lesson they have learned, they need to be able to understand what the book is telling. And bring out the details. Use English language to explain it. I'm going to test you on that. I'm going to bring some English text. I'm going to let you read independently to me. After finishing reading, I'm going to ask you some questions, and then you're going to answer me. So this basically means passing fifth grade reading requirement. Okay, pause.